So we've got a bit of that knock sound. Let's go ahead and play that with some drums. A little bit different from a FM style bass that you might hear in Deep House. So let me show you what I might do for this sound. Let's go ahead and initialize that preset. So for FM basses, you can really just use a sine wave. Let's go ahead and lower that -2. And then for oscillator B, I'll also do a sine wave and I'll lower this -2 octave, lower this level. And then I'm going to use the FM from B, raise that up. And you can also play around with the octave on your oscillator B. So let's go ahead and shape it more like a pluck. So envelope 1, I'll shape like this. And then envelope 2, I'll go ahead and make it look like this. And then I'll use envelope 2 to assign it to that FM from B. So if I did that, that's what would be more like a Deep House, but I'm going to do the -2 octave. And then to get more of a knock, I can go to my LFO1, shape it like this, turn on envelope, turn off BPM, raise this rate up. And then I can go to my matrix and assign this LFO1 to the global master tuning. And I got to click on this little arrow here because it sets it bipolar. So you see the arrows going both ways. So I got to click it so it just goes to the right, which means it goes unipolar, and then I can raise this up. And now we hear that knock sound. But you got to raise that rate up on your LFO1. And then I can add on a filter. So let's do MG-Low 18, and I'm going to use the envelope 2 to this filter. Maybe just to filter off some of that knock. And also just to use this drive knob. And I can add some tube distortion. And then maybe I want to add some hyperdimension for some width. So you can play around with that, and then you can also play around with some EQ. Maybe you can find some mid-range to add back. And then with some drums again. And then if you don't want it to be wide, you can just take off that hyperdimension.